Hey everyone, Complex back with another video, and today I wanted to chat with you guys about the Homecoming update for Gwent, and specifically the top 5 things I personally am very much looking forward to when it launches, which it will launch on PC tomorrow, which is Tuesday, October 23rd, and then I believe it is coming out for consoles in December, if I understood Twitter correctly this morning. And we've been watching a lot of live streams from CDPR when they're talking about the various things for Gwent and what is coming out with the Homecoming update. So we've been able to see a lot of new things, and a lot of which I'm very excited for and we'll talk about in this video. But if you haven't seen any of the dev streams and you're super interested to see exactly what's coming with the Homecoming update for Gwent, I will link the Gwent and also the CDPR YouTube accounts down below, and you can take a peek at the various live streams that they've done. But the first thing I wanted to chat with you guys about that I am super excited for is just the new UI overall. They showed it off in the most recent, I believe, Gwent live stream, and it is looking stunning. It looks so much more user friendly. A lot of things are in easy to find places, like your trinkets, if you want to change like your frame out or your avatar or whatnot, seeing what cards you have, seeing what cards you don't have, seeing what you've done achievement wise, because there are achievements now. I just think overall the UI is going to be so much more user friendly, and we're all going to spend a few less minutes looking around going, huh, what, where do I find this? Because we all know, I mean, time is Gwent, man. You could either be in your UI or you could be playing Gwent, and I'd rather be playing Gwent, and so I love it that this new UI is going to make that entirely possible. And then kind of moving on in the same vein is the leveling system. The new leveling system looks incredible. They also showed that off in the most recent live stream, where as you level, you're going to be getting points, and those points you can then put into whatever you want as far as leveling goes within this new system. So they've got some beautiful, they almost look like constellations. So like each faction is going to have their own little section, and then if you go into each leader from there, there's like this whole host of things that you can have as perks for leveling up. And I really like that, because this is bringing the RPG element back into Gwent. This is making Gwent more of my game as opposed to a game that everybody else gets to play, if that makes sense. So my Gwent game is going to be 100% personal to me, and the decisions I make based off of how I'm leveling, which I love. I mean, yeah, all of our decks are uniquely ours and how we build our decks, but this is just adding to that. It's expanding on that, and it's making Gwent overall feel more and more like an RPG, and like something that really fits where it came from, which is the Witcher universe, of course. And speaking of the Witcher universe, I am beyond just in awe of the new board designs. The new board designs, the aesthetics for the game overall are absolutely stunning. The boards seem grittier. They seem, I almost want to go with more mature, if that makes sense. Like the version of Gwent that we were all playing yesterday seemed a little almost like squeaky clean, and a little, I don't want to say cartoony, but that's kind of how it felt. But these new boards, which is what you're actually watching footage of, is just stunning. It is absolutely stunning. I love that the leaders move and actually kind of interact, so it feels like a battle. This game now just feels like it fits and it belongs in the Witcher universe, and I just overall completely in awe with that. And along that same vein, I'm also just stunned by the 3D animations now for the animated cards. It looks different in a fantastic way. The cards now seem more alive, and their animations just seem more natural. The movement, it feels better, and it just the aesthetics for the cards are stunning. Like, I cannot wait for you guys to like just roll through all the new cards that are or just how some of the cards have been like cleaned up, how some of their artwork looks now, and it's just, I think you guys are gonna just, I think you're going to want to collect them all, which is kind of the point of Gwent, is to collect everything, both non-animated and animated, and I can't wait to hear everybody's thoughts once they get in. And before I continue on with this, as a note, if you are a hardcore Gwent player but you didn't get to play the PTR server, which is once again the footage that you're watching, the cards have changed. Some of the cards now act completely differently than they did before. Some of their powers just like completely redone. So like, for example, Triss's card normally dealt 5 damage to an enemy of your choosing. Now, instead, from what I remember, it was if you played her card, it would pull a random bronze card from your deck, and whatever the power of that card was is what Triss would deal damage wise. So just bear that in mind. There's absolutely going to be a learning curve for all of us when the Homecoming update launches, but I like that. I'm ready. I'm ready to see how quickly we can all adapt and just get in there and play. I'm so ready. But another thing that I am oddly enough very excited for is going from 3 to 2 rows. I know that might seem weird, and in the beginning I was definitely a little skeptical of going from 3 to 2 rows. But I like it. I like it a lot. The 2 rows make sense, especially because I feel like now with the 2 rows and the way, as I mentioned, some of the cards have been redone, it makes where you're placing everything matter. It makes, like there are some cards that say like it has a 2 reach or a 1 reach, or certain cards, if they're played on this row, have this power, and if they're played on that row, you know, on a different row, they have this power kind of thing. And so I feel like now how you play your cards 100% matters, whereas before with the version of Gwent we were all playing yesterday, I felt like I could place a card anywhere and it didn't really matter, and I personally never really liked that kind of freedom, just because from the old school Witcher 3 version, it did matter where you placed things. So I kind of like that they're kind of bringing that back from the Witcher 3, but they're making it make sense in a multiplayer setting. And so the last thing that I am pumped for the new Homecoming update is, you're all going to be shocked that I'm saying this, but it's not attached to Thronebreaker. You don't have to play Thronebreaker to play Gwent, and vice versa. I actually love that they are 2 separate games, mainly because some people aren't going to want to play Thronebreaker, and that's okay. And some people that want to play Thronebreaker aren't going to be into playing Gwent, and they're not going to be into the multiplayer side of things. So I love that it's been separated, and I love that no matter who you are or what you're doing or what your style is, you have the option for either one or the other, or both. If you're like me, you're absolutely going to be playing both, and you're going to be playing them for a very long time, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing on stream, is a metric crap ton of Gwent in our future, and I am so ready to get into it. And speaking of playing Gwent on stream, I did just want to let you all know that starting tomorrow, I will absolutely be playing both Thronebreaker and Gwent on stream. We're going to start tomorrow with some Gwent, and then we'll be deep diving into Thronebreaker. But I mean, look at Gwent. It looks stunning. We have to get in and at least play a few rounds before we get into the Thronebreaker story, and that is what we will be playing on stream for the majority of the week, if not the whole of the week. And just definitely getting into I'm so excited for the Thronebreaker story, and I'm just so excited to also explore Gwent and the new changes and the new cards. And so I'm ready. I hope you guys are equally as ready. And if you'd like to join us, the link for the Twitch page is also down below. I hope to see you there. But guys, I'm kind of curious, what are your thoughts on the Homecoming update for Gwent and just on Thronebreaker? Are you excited to play? Not excited to play? Are you looking forward from going 3 to 2 rows on the boards? Does that change bother you? What do you think of the new aesthetics? I'm curious. Leave it down below. Find me on stream. Let me know. Find me on social media. You know how it goes. I always love hearing from y'all. And guys, thank you so much for chilling with me today. As always, I have had an absolute blast. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys!